Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? And welcome back. So, schedule maintenance notes for December 17th, 2020 is up and ready to be read. So, let's go ahead and check out what's going on. Alright, so let's see what MSO has going on with this next maintenance set of notes here. Nothing normally ever happens during maintenance, like nothing super duper big, but hey, it's something worth sharing. So to start off here, it looks like Griffin is getting a costume, so they're following in the footsteps of Draka, and now Griffin will be getting a costume as well. Not Griffin will be getting a costume as well, which is interesting. I mean, this is definitely cool, but at the same time, it's like, unless it's either speeds up his animation, because I know Fire Draka's all the Drakas, it makes their 5-star skill a little bit slower, so it's kind of like a weird flex, but okay. But unless this speeds up his animation, I really don't find that super duper amazing for anything, but it could very well make him a super speedy boy, and at least he looks cool. I'm always down with more costumes being added to the game. It's just that right now it's like can we get like a new Nat 4? Can we get a new Nat 3? Instead of just making a costume for, one mon. I don't know. I'm not the creators. I don't know what they have planned, you guys, but I mean, it is what it is. It's optional. It doesn't change anything at all. We are finally getting another hero dungeon, which they're like a month late. Even I don't have the Nez Pass or anything, so I can't access the hero dungeon like one extra time. But even then, on my main account, I'm still just done with everything. So finally have something to run for the next 30 days before that's maxed out, which is fine though, because I mean, honestly, you're getting basically a free Nat 5 from farming out roughly 30 days depending on your luck. That's a rare unit, a unit that you have less than a 1% chance to get, and you can freely farm it out, is still pretty good in my book. There's some changes to the Astromon League. Hyper mode now applies to the Astromon League, activated on the 5th turn after beginning of battle. Glad to see that. It kind of helps to speed things up in terms of PvP, which has always been a big turn off of me, of it just taking forever. And then it looks like the dragon sigils are now permanent, so they will no longer expire at the end of the week. This is very, very good news, because I don't know, the game has been out for 3-4 years now, and we're finally not limited by the sigils that we get every week. So if you forget about doing dragons for a weekend or something because you've been busy, well, congratulations, your sigils are still there. So you can actually, especially for newer players, you can actually run things on extreme, farm out your mons, get those mons, built up and geared up, and save it for the end of the month, or save it until you're ready to do dragons, versus you going in there and you can only run dragons B1 because you literally just started the game. So that's pretty cool. So you can pretty much just house sigils, and yeah, I think this is a pretty positive change. It came quite a bit late, but some changes are good changes, but most changes, as someone at work has told me, was like, nah dude, changes are all changes are bad, but this one is at least a good one. Poseidon now has skill books for 5-star, of course. I still need to do the Poseidon review, so stay tuned for that, you guys, but he now has books, so what better time to do his review? I mean, what better time? And start of the new Super Festival, so Succubus will be the next festival mon, and this will start on the 20th of December. Now, if you are curious about which Succubus is good, Light and Dark, that's it. That's it. That's literally it. I mean, you can feel free to Super Evo the other ones if you want the gems for it, but in terms of actual usage out of these mons after you get your free gems, Light and Dark, that's it. Congratulations, that just saved you a whole bunch of time. Next up, though, will be Anew in January, so that's something that you could save for as well, because pretty much all of the Anews are usable. Not a super duper big fan of Light Anew, but even then, it's not that he's bad. He's pretty much normal nowadays, anyways, in terms of his skill set. So I would say, if I had to choose in between a Suck or a New, I would definitely Super Evo a New over one of the Succubuses, just because he's more useful. Firejacker will be coming back from the 28th of December to the 1st of, am I reading that correctly? I don't think I'm reading that correctly. So he's going to be here from, well, Fire Draka, not he, it, whatever. She is going to be here from the 28th of December to the 20th of January. This is very, very important for all you newer players out there that don't have dedicated wave clearers. If you guys haven't seen the wave clearer tier list, go ahead and just pause the video, search that bad boy up, because Fire Draka is top tier wave clearer. Top tier wave clearer. You can literally bring Fire Draka into everything in the game. You can even bring Fire Draka into Water Colossus. That's how good of a wave clearer Draka is. You might think that Draka's overhyped, but trust me, once you get one, especially at Evo 3, you're going to be like, these guys are actually right. So if you don't have a Draka and you need a solid wave clearer for it, pretty much makes PvE a joke, go ahead and pick up a Fire Draka. I'm telling you right now. And if you don't have enough mons to get Fire Draka, well, you do have roughly about a month and some change to get those mons. And my suggestion is that go in there with at least 9 Nat 5s that you can sacrifice, because the probability of you getting a Fire Draka on your one single pull probably isn't going to be super duper high. Now, I would prefer if people had 12 Nat 5s for this, just so you could hopefully, with some good luck of you pulling at least one Fire Draka, you can Evo 3 it in the future. But I think 9 is at least a good starting point, because at least you have some type of chance of getting a Fire Draka, and then you can always Evo 2.2 it. And if you need to get just super holy, not a super holy game, but just a super gleam if possible, before Draka comes back, and congratulations, that's it. But that's just my suggestion. Pick up a Fire Draka. Light and Dark are obviously optional. Water can be used as a debuffer. Wood, we don't talk about wood. And then Grab Bag will be our next festival mon. Grab Bag isn't particularly useful, not particularly awful either, but if you do need healers for like a Titan composition that you're running, then feel free to pick up like a wood Grab Bag, and then maybe light. Maybe light, I'm having a hard time thinking about that, but are they optimal? Not at all. But are they usable, especially for newer players? Absolutely. But all the grab bags are healers, so don't expect anything super duper poggers about those guys. Or these girls. Then there's also a Christmas package coming out. I don't know how much that's going to cost, but it contains a secret egg, a high light and dark egg, 100 gold, and 200 Astro Gems. Pretty much all of this is just trash, and the only part that's even worth anything is the secret egg. But then again, you could always just pull a wood Sanzang, so do spend at your own discretion. Moving on though is Christmas pack number 2, where you get 3 secret eggs, so 3 chances for wood Sanzang or a Hohenheim. Actually, no Hohenheim, is it? Hohenheim's Hero Festival exclusive. You do get a Supreme Light and Dark egg, which is pretty cool, and a Gleam egg. If you were to purchase something, obviously this is going to be a lot more costly, but at least it's a better deal. It's a better deal. But keep in mind though, whatever you spend though, this is gambling, and if I was to spend anything in this game, it'd probably just be the Nez Pass, boys. Like, straight up, it would just be the Nez Pass, because at least I know what I'm getting. Then there's a Winter Frame pack. To all of you guys that want to be festive out there, feel free to go ahead and slide some money over for that. The variant Holy Gleam pack is back as well, so if you need to make one of your mons variant and you got the money to do so, go ahead, slide it on over, get that variant Dark Merlin, get that variant frickin', I don't know what you want, your Jormungandr, whoever that you want. Go ahead, if you got the money for it though. It's not mandatory, but if you want to support MSL and keep it going, I have no problems with this at all. And then there's also a Mandragora package. I can break this down for you quite quickly. Dark Mandy's pretty useful. Light Mandragora. Let me look this up real quick with that handy dandy bot, because I don't think Light Mandragora is super duper useful. If I can remember its name. Fearless Taunt and Sap. Nope. Not super duper useful. I mean, Sap did get a buff, but one turn Sap, yeah. Just stick with Light. I mean, stick with Dark if you're going for that package. For these guys as well, Light and Dark are kind of meh. Let me look up Dark Anu real quick though. He has Sap and Aggression, so basically the opposite of Dark Arthur. Pick them up if you want, definitely not necessary. You can fuse for both of these guys, so unless you just don't want to go through the trouble of the fusion process, you could just slide some money on over, and it is what it is. And then there's also new challenges being added to the Elemental TOS. The Elemental TOS. What does the S stand for? Tower of... Is it... I think it's supposed to be TOC, but I'm just reading the notes here. And then clan conflict ranking reward adjusted. So water Poseidon stones are going out of here. They're being yeeted, and we're now getting the soul stone of Poseidon fire. So we're getting Poseidon fire soul stones next for the clan conflict reward, which is pretty cool if you don't have a fire Poseidon yet, or if you're trying to finish up building him. The intro can now be skipped for Verita. Hopefully I said that right. But basically the world boss. So that super duper long animation of where he's like swiping and he's like, and it takes like 20 minutes for him to come out so you can finally do the quick time event. That can finally go away and we can skip that, so I'm down with that. They also fixed a bug where the final floor of the TOS, aka Tower of Chaos, was displayed differently on players' end when tallying their Tower of Chaos ranking. Then also special league rules apply as well when players attack their own defense party during special rule seasons. That sounds special rule season, not season. And then they fix an error where the message wouldn't show when removing a shield spell with a newly added shield removal spell. Weird, champ. But that's all for the maintenance notes. There's nothing really meaty here. We do have some important intel though. That is mainly that Fire Draka is coming back. So if you need a dedicated wave clear, once again, I recommend you get Fire Draka, because Fire Draka is A tier and pretty easy to get. Not super easy, but pretty easy to get if you've been hopefully playing the game for a couple months and you've had some Nat 5 luck. Speaking of luck though, we have Heroes Festival going on right now. If you want to get stuff for your Fire Draka ready, you have this Heroes Festival, and you also have January's Heroes Festival. So if you get lucky, pull, you know, every time you pull a Nat 5 in Heroes Festival, you get one for free. So you can potentially walk away with 6 Nat 5s if luck is on your side. And if you did that for this festival and then the next one, even though if that took all your gems up, well, congratulations. If luck is on your side, you can now Evo 3 your Fire Draka, which is 10 out of 10 worth it. Unless you do get a Titans Mon from Heroes Festival or a Light and Dark Mon. Other than that, I would say totally go for it if you can. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Feel free to leave a comment below about what you guys are excited about or not so excited about. And I'll see you guys in the next one.